We are live on a beautiful Saturday morning. This is Hug Nation Live. I am John. Why won't this let me? Oh, there it goes. I'm John Halcyon Stin. This is Hug Nation Live. This is our daily opportunity to summon a little bit of warm fuzzies, get a little fire going in our heart, and remember things that we're grateful for. Remember the opportunities we have today to be kind, of service, to gift, to be patient. Good morning, Rainbow Chaser. If you're here, I would love to hear what you're grateful for. Welcome, See the Change. What are you grateful for? I'm grateful for a nice overcast morning. I love it when it's a little cooler out. I'm grateful for a choir practice this afternoon, an opportunity to push myself. Although I'm grateful that I'm starting to learn the songs enough that the last practice was fun, which means that I probably should, hey Paul, practice the songs before I go to practice. That makes the practices so much more fun. I'm grateful that my beloved Lisa got off on her trip yesterday safely and on time, and she arrived at her retreat that she's leading. I do miss her already. Day one of a week, and I am already noticing her non-presence. I was talking with my brother last night, and it's really interesting. Like, for most of my life, when I had girlfriends that left town, I loved it. And often it was because then I was just like free to party as much as I wanted to. And I would get fucked up and, have a good old solo time. And now that I'm not partying in that way, I don't really look forward to times to be alone. Like, I have a bunch of projects that I can't wait to do that. And when I have a bunch of time away from Lisa, I just don't have that situation anymore. Good morning, Rainbow Chaser. I do have, and plus her schedule is so full every day that I have tons of time by myself, even when we're together. So it's not like I don't have a bunch of projects that are just piled up waiting till I have solo time. Who would like to share something that they're feeling grateful for? I am grateful that I'm planning to see my mom and dad today. Grateful my mom returned home from her trip safely. Grateful that things seem to be coming together for a little brunch I'm going to be hosting tomorrow. I'm grateful that I live in a state of peace, that I feel no danger when I'm in my home. I'm grateful for the We Save Bees employee, Kai, who came by yesterday to do some final, we hope, patching up of a hole in the wall that the bees were getting into. They removed the hive months ago, but there was some random bees, I guess, smelled what was still in the wall and were scavenging. So we had a new batch of bees that found their way through some crumbling stucco. So we had to get those bees out with another temporary hive and then stucco over. So that was all finished yesterday. Super awesome company, We Save Bees in San Diego. See the Change says, grateful for the 10,000 breaths we will all take today. Beautiful. Paul says, I'm grateful that my family is healthy as well as myself. Well, I'm grateful to hear that. Amazing. Natasha says, good morning from a rainy desert today. I'm grateful to be reviewing my race course this morning with my lover while it's cool and comfortable. Grateful we can get all of us COVID vaccinated today, too. I'm grateful for the buzzy bee that helps the kids with their needle fears. interesting experience this week. Well, I think that the way forward as a society is listening and seeking understanding. But I had a friend call me up that I haven't talked to in a long time, and they started the conversation with this assumption that about my political beliefs that were not the way that I'm aligned currently. And one of those beliefs was celebrating the removal of vaccine mandates in Florida. And to me, that is not a clear victory for society. I can understand why you would think that, but to present it in a way and to present that in a way and make the assumption that I agreed with him made it really awkward. And I said, well, I think it's more complicated than that. But it wasn't a conversation. It wasn't a discussion. I didn't want to debate. So I think it just affected our friendship in a negative way. I'm not sure. It was unfortunate. Happy weekend, Anastasia. Chris says, good morning. Grateful for continued San Diego-like weather here in Chicago. Grateful to do chip chat yesterday and taste some salty snacks while talking about the burn. Nice. And Chris Hurst says, I'm grateful for all my wonderful friends. Good morning, Juan. High Noon is saying hello from the Intercoastal Forest of Gratitude. Nice. I'm grateful that I got the new episode of Hard on the 80s edited and uploaded. So if you subscribe or if you want to just check out Hard on the 80s on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, you can hear Jim, Sean, and I talking about Say Anything, which is a really good movie from the 80s. Many of the movies we've reviewed are not great movies, like Hard Bodies. So it was a different experience to talking about a movie that we all loved. Let's see. Juan says, I'm in the plane, just about to fly back to San Jose, California. I'm grateful for a great week with Mom. Oh, I'm so glad you got to spend time and cook and soak up Mom's good vibes and love. Anybody else want to share something they're feeling grateful for? I am grateful that I made some super strong coffee today. Rainbow Chaser says, I'm grateful for divine guidance, community, and the ability to grow and move past recent events. Good one. Good ones. I was really thinking this morning how significant gratitude practice is and how significant it is to be conscious about the direction that our thoughts go. I woke up today and actually I had trouble getting out of bed because I was less excited about the morning without my beloved here. So I slept in longer than I normally do. And then I was like trying to figure out what I was going to do with this day. And I scrolled a little bit of social media and I got a little bit of some like icky taste in my mouth about some things in the world. And I was like, wow, it's really easy to, without being consciously directing my attention, it's really easy to slip into a rut of unpleasant thinking and thoughts. So I appreciate your help in redirecting and reminding one another. Good morning, everyone who is joining and popping in and out and saying hello. I'd love to hear what you're grateful for. Just a few more minutes of sharing, and then we'll head out into our days and try to be the permissionaries and role models and trying to be kind in the world. Look for ways that we can be of service. Look for ways that we can be good listeners or patient. Trying to take that extra breath between thought and reaction. I'm grateful that I thought ahead enough to leave some little love notes in Lisa's luggage. She sent me a note last night before she went to bed that she appreciated the notes. I put just some silly things, folded up love notes in her, one in her guitar and one within her clothes. Yakati says, I'm grateful for my friendship with Flory and his now fiance Axel. Congratulations to them. Yay, congratulations. Oh, and Flory's here. I'm grateful for my friend Yaka finishing first in his bodybuilding competition. So much effort he poured in. Bravo. Bravo. I myself have never been in a bodybuilding competition, but I would be satisfied with having some progress with my physical therapy. Right now, my exercises involve rubber bands. This is 54. Although I was mistaken for 64 this weekend, which is, I think, my first time that I really experienced being thought of as older than I was. Natasha says, I'm grateful this is our weekend with both of my kiddos. My bonus kid is home. Nice. And High Noon says, I'm so grateful for the patience that the furry pal had this morning. Archie dog gave me morning snuggles as I tried to wake up. It took me a while. Well, thanks everybody for joining and adding some gratitude. I hope that we have the opportunity to expand our lens beyond our world and appreciate what others are appreciating, and maybe take that attention into the rest of our days. And what else can we appreciate? What trees and flowers and people and kindness can we appreciate? And then what ways can we be the kindness that others might appreciate? Let's make little ripples of good in the world today. Esther says, good morning, I love you. Heading out to tilt at windmills again. Grateful that I'm able to do that. Yay, thank you, Esther. Now, if you'll join me wherever you are, give yourself a hug, appreciating this body you're in. And as you feel yourself being held, let it be my arms and the arms of everyone here, holding you in this place of shared experience. Even those watching this recording, sharing this intention of gratitude and community and connection. Taking a deep breath in and squeezing one another. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and everybody here, thanks for being here for Hug Nation Live. I love you. Check out lifestudent.com for all my links. You can get on my mailing list and check out the podcasts and all the stuff. Have a beautiful Saturday. Natasha's also grateful for the fall mums. And High Noon is grateful for the rubber bands. Oh, yeah, the PT rubber band says, help me throughout my life with mobility. My pleasure, Tizzy. Thank you for being here. I do this every day on Facebook and YouTube, and I'm trying to integrate Instagram. They make me jump through a few hoops, but when I can make it work, I'm making it work. So enjoy the day.